Joining us to talk about this and more is Heidi Hamilton from Dish Nation. Thanks so much for being here this afternoon.
Of course. I mean, is it crazy that 10 years ago, if you had told somebody this, like in 2017, Eminem and Kid Rock might be fighting for a Senate seat? I mean,
that Donald Trump would be president.
Yeah, Donald Trump's president. I mean, it's a crazy world. Who knows what's going to happen? I know we talked about...
Well, that's why we're asking you.
Kid Rock. I don't think Eminem's going to run for the Senate, but Kid Rock has talked about wanting to run and being serious about that, and he's been very pro-Trump. And now Eminem coming out on the BET Awards with this rap against Donald Trump. Now people are saying, oh, man, they should really just go head-to-head in a rap battle, or go head-to-head for a Senate seat race, which at this point I think anything is possible, quite frankly, because, I mean, the political world is sort of turned upside down. What I find interesting, too, is I think for so long, celebrities didn't really mention who they were affiliated with, which side of the aisle they supported, because you risk alienating 50% of your audience by doing that. But Eminem, very clearly, towards the end of this video that he did on the BET Awards, was like, listen, if you're one of those people, you're a fan of my music, and you're one of those people who aren't really sure which side you're on, he's like, I'll help you out. If you support Donald Trump, expletive, I don't want you as a fan. So he's saying, no, I don't want that. It doesn't make any sense to me that you would support Donald Trump and support me. So, you know, I'll choose for you, which I think is crazy.
But politics have become the new entertainment. Where people are watching, they're reading, you know, they're tweeting about it, whatever. They are involved,
right, in the discourse.
And
maybe they should be, because I think anytime you have a voice and a platform, you probably should use it. Like I said, the only thing is you risk losing half of your audience. And a lot of people say, you're a celebrity, just shut up, just make movies, you're a celebrity, just sing, no one cares about your politics. But you also have to remember these celebrities are also human beings and taxpayers.
Or like the NFL players kneeling during the anthem.
And that was the big Kid Rock thing, and that's what he was, saying that, Colin Kaepernick should he's saying it's a disgrace to the flag to not stand during the national anthem, and so that's what he was all upset about. Saying that NFL players should stand and not disrespect the flag, and people were giving him a hard time about that, saying that, he doesn't care about black people, and he's like, no, that does not mean that I don't support and care about black people. And he's gotten some criticism because he's had Confederate flags in his concerts and stuff, and a lot of people see the Confederate flag as a sign of racism. Other people see it as a sign of Southern pride. So,
there's never a shortage of things to talk about.
No, no.
Ben Affleck, you saw that story we had the tease before the commercial.
Oh, yes.
This very, sexy video with this TV host who's now saying that was we were just doing a bit.
Anne-Marie Losique. Now, this was a video that has recently resurfaced because of the Harvey Weinstein, and then Ben Affleck came out and said, oh, it's just deplorable, what Harvey Weinstein did to these girls. And then another girl, Hilarie Burton, came out. She used to be the host of TRL, and she said, oh, well, Ben Affleck groped me back in 2003 when I was, just a kid, essentially. And now this video is resurfacing. This woman in the video, her name is Anne-Marie Losique, and she is defending Ben Affleck because she's saying, this isn't groping. This was sort of a planned, when the cameras were rolling, they had this, flirty thing. It was part of a bit that they were doing. So she's saying she was sitting on his lap. She was willing to be there. She was playing the flirty role. So she said, don't put this video up against the Hilarie Burton video or
which is exactly what everybody's doing.
That's what everybody's doing, and it's like, no, this was a thing.
But
and she said
it kind of contradicts Affleck's supposed outrage over Weinstein unless you hear the explanation.
Exactly. Yeah. She's saying don't put it there because when the camera stopped rolling, it was totally respectful and legit, and there were 20 other people in the room, and this was just part of a bit.
Do you buy that?
I buy that. What I also think is bad now is coming out with Ben Affleck is John Mulaney. He's a stand-up comic. He's a friend of the Frosty, Heidi, and Frank show. His wife, who's a makeup artist, said that Ben Affleck grabbed her at a Hollywood party on her tushy very aggressively. No doubt it wasn't a graze. It wasn't a, oh, excuse me. It was very obvious that he was doing, what he was doing. And there were, obviously he was in rehab, and maybe he's going to say, I don't even remember doing that. I don't know.
I mean, it just seems...
my question is it going to be open season on anybody who's
it just seems like everybody is coming out now.
Plus, because you feel safe. It's like no one wants to be the first person on the dance floor, but once a few people are out there, you're like, okay, I feel okay doing that. That also happened to me.
Right, but also because in Hollywood there are often cameras rolling, so you can point to video or film and say, hey, this happened and look what I've got.
Right, and that girl from TRL, this Hilarie Burton, it was on video. She's like, yes, it's right there. It's very clearly happened.
It's good to be in the Hollywood gossip business these days.
Yeah, well, there's plenty to talk about. Unfortunately, we'd rather talk about stuff that's not,
All right.
It's tough to make that stuff light and fun.
Frosty, Heidi, and Frank.
There we are.
95.5 KLOS in the mornings.
Yes.
Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
All right.
And you can see our weeknights, at 11:30 on Dish Nation, right here on Fox 11.
Thanks, Heidi.
We'll be right back.